Odell Beckham Jr. went into camp and was participating from day one, but did not want to put himself out there for a new deal, did not want to put himself out there to play a game before he had a new deal. So that's exactly what he did. That was the plan. And again, if this deal had been done, I think we might have seen him in the third preseason game. He's coming off the injury, was looking for a new deal, finally has the new deal, and he'll be ready for the regular season when the Giants open up against the Jacksonville Jaguars and one of the great matchups that day, Odell Beckham Jr. versus Jalen Ramsey.
Adam, let me ask you this. How much do you think his willingness, or Odell Beckham Jr.'s willingness to sort of fall in step with what the ownership wanted to see, to come to practice when it was not mandatory, to do all of those things to help build that relationship, how much did that factor into getting this deal done?
Well, Wendy, look, every player approaches these types of situations differently. And last year he created a stir by not being there for some activities. This year he took the opposite approach. I don't think it hurt the situation any. And there are a lot of teams a la Seattle with Earl Thomas that are unwilling to do deals while the player is holding out camp. In this particular case, the player was in camp, and they decided to go about negotiating the deal, which they've been doing all summer long. They finally get the deal done. It includes $65 million guaranteed. And with that money, basically Odell Beckham Jr. becomes the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history.
Adam Schefter, thank you again. Odell Beckham Jr., an extension for 5 years with the New York Giants. How important was it for the player here, in this case Beckham, to set the market, to be the highest paid receiver in the game?
Well, I think it was very important. It's a point of pride with players, right? I mean, that's when you're talking about guys at the high end of the market, you're talking about, you want to be able to say, yeah, I'm the best. I should be paid the most, right? So it's good for everyone when someone sets a new salary record, because that, just pushes up the market. But in terms of the point of pride it is with the player, I mean, I think it's a big one.
Look, the players are seeing and agents are seeing the salary cap grow. They're seeing the quarterback market get reset year after year after year. They figure, look, we're a part of this too, especially the premium position players. Wide receiver is a premium position. It's a passing league, right? These guys are going to be at an absolute premium in terms of their value to football teams. So they want to see, look, they don't want to see the top of the market capped, and they shouldn't see the top of the market capped at their positions. That's why, again, when we spin it forward, Wendy, as we talked about, what's the next discussion point? Aaron Donald is going to blow the top of the D-line market to smithereens. He's just going to, and it's going to happen soon. And you're going to see that have a trickle-down effect where players are going to be looking for contracts that make a lot of us who are traditionalists who go, you know what, we got to get tremendous value. You can't go ahead and set the market. That isn't the way it is. And players, I'm all for you. Get it. Go get it. The numbers are going to get astronomical because the salary cap is becoming astronomical, and it keeps growing. So they deserve their share of it.
What are you doing, Damian Woody?
This is what I got to say about your traditionalists. Okay, like that. Okay? At the end of the day, Lewis and I, we are former players. So it brings me just great joy. I'm just sitting here watching Odell Beckham in the locker room.
You have not stopped smiling, I will say. For those of you not with us.
Listen, I love it. Listen. These guys put their bodies on the line, and when you go out there and you perform the way that Odell Beckham has performed, and I get it, he missed all of last year, but we saw the value that he brought to the New York Football Giants in his injury year. It's just it's great to see not only his maturation, but how he got rewarded for his play. I'm just like a lot of guys when Todd Gurley got paid. Think of all the guys that chimed in. I mean, all the running backs. Everyone was like, thank you. Everyone, there were so many guys on Twitter that was like, thank you, thank you. Like, all the running backs, because like Lewis said, resetting that market. Now, all the guys like Leonard Fournette and all those guys underneath, now they have something to leap. Now they have a number to leapfrog.
When you're a businesswoman, when you're driving the value of a business higher by virtue of the skill set you bring to it, and that business is becoming more and more valuable, making more and more money, then obviously your compensation should rise with it. It's as simple as that. And that's what's happening. And it's just it's sticker shock to some of the GMs and salary cap negotiators or contract negotiators who are going, man, we've never paid anybody like this. Well, actually, the salary cap's never been like this either, and the cash flow's never been like this either.
Look,
that's the way it goes.
Demand at its most basic level, if you really want. We can graph it if you want. We can put up a graph, but that's boring and nobody wants to.